Hi, this is Dr. Jason West with the Integrative Health blog, video blog. And when I started this blog, I was really committed to making sure that I would tell all the successes in practice, and I would also make sure that I told the low spots. And so I committed to doing this blog. Yesterday had a great day, tons of energy, fantastic collections day, a lot of really good patients experiences. I felt like I was on fire. I went home and did my neuro-linguistic programming, said, this is what I did today, I'm going to repeat this every day, and I'm never going to have another bad day again. I don't know if anybody else has felt like that, but I just said, I totally control my destiny and my future and positive mental attitude, and everything that I learned from these self-help books I'm doing. And so, fantastic day yesterday. Got up this morning to come to work, and I usually get up really early, and for some reason I slept a little bit too late. I had a meeting with one of my team members, and so at work, and I was trying to get here without speeding, and of course coming down to my office through a school zone, I got pulled over. And there's nothing worse in the world to have that feeling when the police lights turn over. And anyway, I was really happy that the outcome, because after a little lecture and stuff to slow down, he said, I'm just going to give you a warning, really slow down. And I, of course, I'm so grateful and thankful for that. But it started my day off all wacky. And so I get to the clinic late, in a rush. I usually have a team meeting for one of our departments on Tuesday morning, and then we start with the day. And I started off wrong in the team meeting, and the employee had tons of ideas, and I really needed to make sure that I listened to implement it, and so we went through that. We started getting some ideas, and then it ran late into our team meeting. It ran into the team meeting, and we had a really good team meeting. We said, okay, let's make it happen. And anyway, so here's the experiences that happened today. The first really good experience is I had a fantastic visit with a patient that has fairly severe psoriatic arthritis. And it's been 2 years since the visit. The last time he came in was in 2012. He said, hey, I'm starting to get my symptoms back. The treatment's totally worked. I told myself every month that I should come back. I'm still better than when I started, but I just need to get back on the program. And he said, it's just amazing. He had been through some conventional allopathic treatments and hadn't had the outcome that he wanted 3 years ago. And then we started treating him, and really cool guy. I really liked him. And I've learned some more about psoriatic arthritis since we visited him 2 years ago, and so I was jokingly telling him I'm a better doctor than when you came in before. And anyway, I'm really excited to resume working with it. He's excited, he knows it works, just got him back on the program. Another patient that I had is having a lot of healthcare concerns, and I walked through the program with him, and I'm really excited that I followed my intuition. And on this case, what happened is we got done talking to him, and he had a lot of little things wrong, and so I said to him at the end of our consultation, I said, listen, this is not a trick question, but what are your expectations of the office? I just need to tell you. And he looked at me for a minute, and he said, the only reason why I'm really here is because of my wife. And I said, hey, I really appreciate your honesty. Let's not get into an extensive treatment plan unless you're going to follow it. If you're going to do it for you, great. I'm really busy. I have other people that really wanted for me to take care of them. No harm, no foul. If you don't want to go through the treatment program, thank you for telling me, because it's going to be your happiness and expectations and my reputation that's on the line. And so I'm really happy that I usually don't, I'm not that blunt or direct with patients. And then at the end I said, maybe if we just alkalinize your system, it'll help to get this rash. This is a rash that kind of comes and goes. And I said, if we help your system alkalize, if I give you some supplements, will you take it? And he said, well, I would like to do that, but as far as doing an extensive workup and doing some food sensitivity, allergy testing and some other stuff, he deferred not to. And the lesson from that is I'm going to do that with every patient. I'm just going to ask them straight up, if I put together a program for you, are you going to follow it, or are you not interested? The other bummer thing that happened, which is totally my fault that I need to take ownership from, but I feel really bad about, is I had a patient that contacted me from a year ago that said, I'm really unhappy that with my experience, I put together a program. It looks like her symptoms improved, and then the symptoms started to come back, and she called my office and asked for some help, and we were really busy and it fell through the cracks, and she did not get a return phone call, and was really upset and disappointed about that. And when I got her email, I wrote her back and said, hey, this is not my intention that you had an unpleasant experience at my office, and if there's anything I can do, would you let me know? And so she wrote back and said that this is what I would like to do. And as much as I try and help people, I'm not perfect, and my team's not perfect, and we have no excuse. We totally should have followed up with her. I feel really bad about it. She's disgruntled, and I'm happy, and I'm totally bummed because I let him down, and I'm going to see what I can do to make it right. I have a little surprise for her. I have no idea if it's going to work, and so maybe in the next couple days I can tell you if my idea of how to help this patient with their feelings towards me in my office improve. If it works, great. So the very opposite of what happened yesterday. I wish I could say I was riding high in practice every time, and the truth of the matter is that you don't. And so I was kind of screaming by. We had a reasonable collections day. We actually hit our goal for the day, but it feels a little bit unfulfilling because I started off wrong, was late, I was rushing into the office. And so that part's on me. I just got to get up and get more into the office. Really cool psoriatic arthritis case, which basically is to really help people with inflammation and digestion, put people on a skin rebuilder. And we have a really cool protocol for that. It was a really nice exchange with the patient, even though I didn't really provide a treatment plan for him, but just straight up ask him, what are your expectations? If I put something together, you're going to follow through with it. And I'm so happy that I asked that. I'm going to make sure that I ask all of my patients that from now on, and really try to work hard with the people that want to work with me. I appreciate his candor and his honesty. Hey, no harm, no foul. I'm not upset or offended. And so if anybody's watching this wondering what to tell doctors, man, you tell them exactly how you feel. And then the bummer part is I let someone down by not having good customer service. And so Bill Gates said that every unhappy consumer or client is a wealth of information. I definitely learned something from her. I learned that from a quote from the seminar, and so that's why I contacted her when I saw that she was unhappy, and okay, what can I do to make it up to that person? And I honestly don't know if I can, but I'm going to try and see what happens. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to recharge my batteries and try and repeat Monday's success on Wednesday, because no matter what of your positive affirmations and what you tell the universe that you want, I think there's a good statement that life is what happens while you're making other plans. So I'm making plans to always be happy, and got run over by a bus today. So we survived the day. Now I get to go and spend some time with my family, see my son's game, which will be really fun, and then try and conquer the world tomorrow. It's Dr. Jason West on our video blog.